clothes and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me.
Welcome to another episode from Team Light. This episode being called A Shaman's Journey. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Namaste and blessing to all my friends and family. And may this information aid you in transitioning to a higher frequency.
Where do we go from here?
I find that sharing this information with you guys, my family members, love you. I can make it a little less traumatic and try to maybe explain some of the things you're going to experience. Okay. Part of this experience upon waking up, the main thing to understand is that a lot of it is fear tests. A lot of it is understanding the unknowing. A lot of it is remembering. So in that manner, to always reflect whatever information that you're being told or that you're perceiving or feeling, to always resonate that with your heart. And always use your own discernment. And that, I find, is the most beneficial thing you can do. Remember, your heart's 300 times as powerful as your mind. Okay, it's not the other way around. When they wrote these basic programs into our DNA, for us to utilize certain aspects, and hence survival mode, was placed inside of a human consciousness, us. This retrospect and understanding comes from, we are on Earth. Yeah, there's some things that you might want to pay attention to on Earth. Yes, there's some situations where maybe running a, say, ego or survival program might benefit you. Okay? But at the same time, your oversoul, your higher mind, your essence from our Creator, whatever vocabulary term you would like to say with that, like I said, God, Yahweh, Creator, Source, hey, talking about the same thing. Okay? Another thing lost in our history books and throughout time is our vocabulary and vernacular has changed. To understand that to respect one another when we're explaining our experiences, for we might be speaking about the exact same thing, but in just a different way. All right, moving on. So, before you are some of my very favorite places that I actually got to experience and go to attain some of this knowledge. Many of you guys who have been following us for a while here on Team Light, but many of you guys don't know that many of these downloads and activations and our DNAs being activated and accelerated, we actually had to go to these locations. For example, this little beauty is from Bolivia, the eagle. Down there it's the condor, tribe of the condor, South America. We are the eagle up here in North America. Cusco, Bolivia, Peru, the jaguar, 4D, the underworld, the condor on top. Okay, put some of these visuals together for you. When I got back from India, Shiva, amazing. I love Vishnu too. He's awesome. Plays a flute, glows blue, amazing. Okay, Kukulkan, Chichen Itza, South America, fantastic. Why I'm referencing some of these things, Egypt. Why I'm referencing some of these things, Mayan, is to understand that the whole story of our human collective, when I speak of as the collective, what I speak of is all of the understanding of every type of shaman, spiritual leader, person who explains. I like to think of it more, from my perspective on the Native American side, is Grandfather Eagle. I like the shaman aspect. I like the Native American flavor. It's very similar to the stuff in South America, and it has very tight correlations with all of the major spirituality on planet Earth. So I would like to speak to you as Grandpa Eagle. Okay? Yes! Stepping into your power, man. Okay, so astral projection, some of the things you're going to experience. I wanted to do a little leeway into it before I give you guys the little lesson, just so we kind of figure out what this is and where we're going. Okay? Astral projection is a key in understanding basically what's going on energetically around you. Okay? Using your mind's eye is kind of like synced. It starts with your mind's eye. It's like your intuition synced with your imagination / reality matrix of what you're actually perceiving. So if you're feeling something, there's a way to input into your chemical computer, your brain, what that might be at your peripheral. Each human being is sitting inside of their own torus field with a sphere around them. Okay? Holding these walls of this sphere and how those spheres interact with one another makes up this holographic matrix. Okay, all of us here have varying levels of experience. Okay, so what that means is, even though I might be this age and you might be, how old are you? Right? To understand that our souls might have had different experiences. Hence why in the light worker community, why some of us feel that beings have incarnated here to help mass consciousness, the planet, ascend to a higher vibration. Why? Because we've done this before. Okay. Who else would you want to come and help you is someone who actually just went through it or has gone through it many times. All right. The issue with incarnating here in 3D, though, is that it's a very drastic change from, say, 5D or 6D. A 5D energetic consciousness is kind of awesome. Okay? You get all the bells and whistles and all the fun things to play with. You're in, you know, you're basically in the front yard of heaven. It's fantastic, right? But as you come down here and you get compressed, it's kind of like zip filing yourself. Okay? I'm going to try to explain some things and using some sort of computer terms so we can kind of understand the modality of what I'm trying to explain. Okay, so the compression, when you're compressed into the suit, into this physical, and then when you uncompress and you expand, right? Well, some of us have are learning to know when to expand and when to compress your energy. Okay, part to do with that is controlling your mind, stilling your mind, and any major type of meditation, even simple meditation. Key is stilling your mind. Now, what I have found that works for me is actually using the noise-canceling headphones in this day and age, right? Like, how do we counteract all this EMF, AM, FM radio, all this stuff going through the airwaves? I'm trying to get in my mind, I'm trying to still myself, but I feel like I can't get there. What is that? What is that in the ether? What is that in the airwaves that makes me have a hard time doing that? Well, for me, what I do is I counteract. Remember, some of us are also here to counter some of these things that has been done to our family members here on Earth. So, my recommendation is get some Enigma, some Deep Force, some meditation, music, some Buddha attitude. I'm referencing different channels you can put on Pandora if you're in the States. Or some meditation, you can do binaural beats. The issue is that noise-canceling headphones, music center. I find that is a way to, in this day and age, mind you, it aids in kind of blocking some of that stuff from entering your space. Okay? If you're in a big major city, it's very hard to get to a very quiet place. We're not hearing cars go by and ambulances driving by and people, whatever it might be for you. So for all you guys in your apartments and all of you guys in these big cities, noise canceling headphones, awesome music, okay? Music that helps you feel whole, happy, and sound of mind. Okay. You can do it with rap, but I don't recommend it, okay? Because remember, whatever the frequency is that you're putting through your ears, okay? I'm not saying rap music isn't awesome. Okay? What I'm trying to say is, what is the frequency that music was recorded at? 44 hertz? 48 hertz? What's the hertz level? This is for all music and musicians on Earth. What frequency? What's hertz level? What does that resonate inside of you? If you are trying to meditate and get into a higher state of being, well, it would be detrimental to listen to a lower frequency, correct? So, whatever it is, have your little moments of prayer and appreciation, but find music that you really enjoy. And how you know you find a good meditation song is you can listen to it over and over and over again. It doesn't get boring. Well, sometimes I gotta keep updating my playlist, okay? But to remember this too, playlists are very important. Why? Every single time I go on a mission or an activation, right, I kind of download my new songs. Why is that? Because when I'm training or when I'm activating something or when I'm creating new memories, let's say, right, of a time and a space, I memorize that music with the experience I'm making. So whenever I hear that song, people do it all the time. You know, you're reminded of that certain person, or you're reminded of that certain memory that you might have. When your own individual ascension program that you have running through yourself, use music. Music is amazing. Use that tool to help you in facilitating a step-by-step process in your own evolutionary growth based upon the playlists you choose. Okay. Another thing too, when training, okay, we're coming right back to this, all right. Okay. Another good thing too, when training and meditating and getting in your poses and charging and having those communications with your higher selves and bringing down the information. Doing it outside in open spaces definitely is beneficial. However, you can also create that sacred space in your own room as well. However, understand that when you expand your energy, right, to grab that frequency that your higher self is, hey, check this out, brother, sister, oh, you younger brother, younger sister, to understand that sometimes you need to be in a space where you can expand, receive the information, and then can go back into your normal 3D activity. The situation is to have a balanced, stable function of which you govern your time throughout the day and night, in which you can process and operate within those times that makes the whole thing run seamlessly. It's not to stifle your energy, become stagnant, get depressed, and lay on the couch. No. It's also not to go too over the top and be in, the higher dimensions all day, because at the same time, you're here in the physical, you chose this. Understand that your brothers and sisters need you. Okay? So you gotta find that wave. Okay? And whatever wave, whatever frequency that is for you, I prefer the heart, it makes me smile. Okay? And my tum-tum. Okay? Like my heart, my tum-tum calms. Okay. I love feeling good, I love helping people. So that's what brings me happiness. And I can't really express what that feels like. And the more love and appreciation you give out into the universe, the more you receive. And it's the truth. I can speak very much so upon that. It's absolutely the truth. Okay? Now, some of us in our processing and what we're doing, depending on how fast you want to, say, engage in your oversoul. I got this question. Ryan, please speak about the oversoul. Okay. The oversoul, your older brothers and sisters that are from different star systems, okay, that make up the consciousness which you are pipelining into this dimension, broadcasting in 3D as you're listening to my voice now. Okay, make it very simple for you. To understand the balance and how they interact also affects your mental well-being. Okay. And I've said in previous videos, the one thing you don't want is one of your aspects to grab your Xbox controller, your vessel, take the controller away from you and start playing. This is fun, I can now operate down here. Because what happens is you negate the rest of your experience from the rest of your higher selves who wish to implement their balance, harmony, and input into the situation. Okay? Another thing too, I find another good analogy. Imagine me rowing in a boat. I'm in a canoe. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, pull. Okay. If all of your higher selves are stroking towards your ascension, here we go. Pull. We're doing it, man. Pull. We're going in the right direction, right? Pay attention, please, to the commands which you're asked to do and how that reflects with your heart. Your heart. Your heart. Yes. Your heart. Why? Because, now put yourselves in their shoe. Would I want a vessel to be a carbon copy of me, and this is how I would deal with the situation? Or would I want to create something new? And us here on planet Earth, we're creating the new. So understand that in this incarnation, you are creating the new. And just because you might only hear that one aspect all the time, or sometime, okay, depending on what that is. Now, mind you, measuring it with your heart. To understand that they might just be the loudest person with the loudest voice in your boat. It does not mean they have your best intention, or they actually know exactly how to drive this boat or steer this boat. We're all developing and evolving together. Okay? So what do you do when you're in that situation? Well, very simply, here we go. Would I want to be treated like this? If I was given a timeline of which I was watching my son, my daughter, grow. Okay, I'll be your oversoul. Here we go. Your highest self. Right, here we go. Would I want my son or daughter, my lower fractal self, to actually have to experience some of the things that I've had to go through? Or would I rather like to shelter them, explain to them why they can or cannot do in a nice way, but still give them the choice to make their own experience? Okay? You never operate out of fear. It is good to be curious. It is good to have an open mind. And it is great to ask questions. Why? Because it's the most awesome sign of intelligence. Hey, you know what? I don't really agree with what I'm feeling out there. Good. I don't really understand why we have to listen to these guys. They really don't make sense. Good. Okay. Why do I keep hearing negative things or could be positive things? Where's that coming from? Good. Ask the questions, resonate them through your heart first, then process, because your brain obviously is an awesome, powerful communicator and translator of this reality as it pertains to the upper dimensions. So understand, though, the pipeline understanding. I feel something weird in my tum-tum. Intuition. How does that make me feel? Heart. Think about it. What exactly is allowing this to happen, or what exactly is coming in that I need to pay attention to? Aha! Then resonate that back to your heart. Okay, well, I don't want to be in that mode. I don't want to be negative. I really don't feel that reflection. Haha! That's the key.
I turn up the stars, I turn up the stars for you.
I just wanted to explain, again, really quickly, just some of the different types of ability sets that you might be gifted with. Yes, you might be gifted with. Okay, here we go. The different sensations and the things that you might be gifted with. All right. Gifted healers, right? Their hands are on. The energy comes out of your palms right here. The frequencies of your fingers control the current. Meaning, energy comes right through your bone marrow. Boom. Lines up here, shoots right out your bone marrow. Okay. You have earth. All right, your pinkies. Earth. Why in those kung fu movies you always see the Sifu with psh? Sifu means master. With their pinkies pointing down. They're anchored into the earth. Earth. Okay? So you have your earth. Water. Fire. Wind. Intent. So basically your thumbs are, what do I want to do with all of this? With the earth, wind. Earth, water, fire, and wind. Okay, so, good. Healers and feelers also feel with their hearts. Okay, they also understand the power of the heart and how to use that tool in scanning in the same way you might do with your third eye. They can scan. Imagine a beam of energy of green awesomeness shooting out of your chest and scanning in a 360. Lock onto it. Address it. Here's something, a little tip for you guys. Okay. Whenever you're in dream time, you usually wake up around 2:33 in the morning because there's something they want you to remember. This is what I want you to do. When you wake up, and you got, even if it's a weird dream, mind you, I'm going to explain the simulations and the dream sequences in a second, but I want to explain this. Whatever your natural ability set is that you are, that you're really good with. Where some people have really good intuition. They're like, I know it's going to happen before it does. Watch, it's exactly what I think. Intuition. Good intuition. Some people actually get a little mind's eye view of something. They actually imagine it happening and then they see it happen. Okay? Some people use synchronicities. You know, they see a step-by-step plan on what might take place. Awesome. Some beings feel. They use their other sensory organs, their chakras, to feel their environment. When you're feeling your environment with your heart, understand how powerful, one, your heart is. And two, when you extend it out, rotate and scan your environment, similar to how those 3D scanners work, how they scan a 3D image. Mind you, we are in a torus field with a sphere around us. Go ahead and lock in and rotate your camera, rotate your scan around you. Important. Why is this important? Because if I'm being affected negatively, if you don't know where it's coming from, it's hard to address. It's like going to the doctors and going, "Doctor, I'm sick." And the doctor goes, "Well, tell me what's wrong with you, son." I don't know. I just know I'm sick. No, you need to isolate where and what it is, lock onto it, and then higher self, higher selves, my guides, my highest self, Oversoul, whatever you might want, my cosmic night, my cosmic light, okay, whatever you want, highest light, highest night. Focus on your vessel right now in 3D because he or she is being affected. Where is it coming from? I feel that it's coming from here. Just do this. Just point with your hand, hands open. It's like it's a large field. It's coming from over here and down. Got it. We're on it. Thank you. But if you don't do that and you curl up in the ball, okay, oh no, this bad stuff's happening to me. Oh no. The issue is that you don't know where it's coming from. It's kind of like being, if you guys ever played video games or been involved in certain simulations or actually have been to war. It's like a sniper. Where's the sniper? Where is it coming from? If you don't isolate and lock on to where it's coming from, the rest of the party, you can remain in that state. The I don't know, I'm scared, where is he, where is she, what is it, the hoo-ha, hoo-hoo. Pause, focus, lock on, point, and go, I feel something, a disturbance here. Something is affecting me here. Project that back. Good. Second thing you can do. What's up? The mirror reflection. This is awesome. Imagine in your sphere that comes up around you that the outside of the walls become glass, like perfect mirrors. And everything that is sent at you is bounced back. Boom. Like, just like a Pong game. Here comes a negative thing. Bing. Right back at you. Here comes something coming at you, bing. The issue is that all you're doing is maintaining your space and observing. There is no negative thing that you are doing. You're simply, this is what I'm feeling, reflect back. This is what I'm feeling, reflect back. This is what I'm feeling, reflect back. That's a very good technique because you don't have to use malice. Remember, malice is a no-no. No malice. It's looked down upon. No malice. No one likes a bully. No one likes malice. Okay, you guys want my analogy of malice? I like this one. Two kids are playing in a sandbox. Okay, there's a bigger kid and a little kid. Big kid walks up to the little kid, takes his sand pail and his little shovel. Little kid gets all upset, starts crying, but all of a sudden, imagine if that little kid had the power to, overtake the big kid. So what happens? The little kid knocks over the big kid, takes his pail, takes his shovel, and then holds his foot on the bigger kid's chest and just holds him there. What is that? That is malice. A fair exchange would be get your shovel and things back, get your stuff back, okay, mind you. But malice is from holding someone down, holding a being down, holding a consciousness down, holding a collective down, holding a planetary system down, just because you can. That, my friends and family members, is malice. Okay. The reason why, though, beings use malice is because they understand what's happening here on Earth. They understand that we are an uncontrollable fusion of evolution taking place. They understand this. Me and you and we are these beings. Always have been, always will be. Okay. However, in this adjustment, to understand, to have respect. Okay. Why is this main thing with respect? Let me explain. We all have different experiences. We all were raised in different manners. Some beings truly don't feel like me and you do. They don't have the components or the understanding or the experience So they ask, why can't they just all love each other? Some can. Some are working on it. But truly, it's an experience they might be making for the first time right now. Important. And it's our job as a collective, as this awesome beings on planet Earth, to always understand that, resonate with that, and just like Grandfather Eagle, right? In my little popsicle suit, hey, to understand that the diversity, the understanding, and the harmony of all things here is what we're truly after. Because in that manner, then, as the frequency rises, we all know where we stand. Okay? It's a much more educated, intelligent lesson plan. Okay? The thing about that lesson plan is you can't see it in the short window of time that is taking place. You have to zoom out over a long period of time to understand how fast we are actually going right now with human consciousness on planet Earth. Okay? It's hard to see it. You know, it's like all we can see is a blade of grass, you know, all zoomed in. Oh, God, we're running towards this blade of grass. The issue is that zoom out from that one blade of grass and look out into eternity and the fields of eternity that we're actually playing in. Okay? I'm trying to give you guys some little tips of how some of the upper dimensional beings view this, right? And to understand that Earth, right, this place, is truly a very special place, and it's actually, once you begin to understand how magical and awesome it is and how much consciousness and effort and everything that is here was placed here for a purpose. And to understand that even those beings that placed those things there in their lower, maybe unknowingness forms, were still being viewed and witnessed by those who actually understood the final outcome of this awesomeness when it played out. Okay? It does not have to be a negative thing. It's never been a negative thing. It's not a bad or a good thing. This is experience. We chose experience. Okay? And that is how I truly feel. That is the vibration of love and unconditional love. And that is where I draw it from. Okay? We're all reflections of one another. So, in that manner, you might learn a lot from your brother or sister's reflection over here, or vice versa. However, to appreciate, you didn't have to walk that walk in this incarnation to gain that experience. Thank you, brother or sister, for walking that path. I now have walked that path with you. And they can do the same to you, and vice versa. So all of a sudden, you can absorb all of this experience of all your brothers and sisters walking their own individual paths and be able to relay and transmute, and frequency, rises as you begin to see, as they make their understandings known, as they draw in that experience and understand why they went through these lessons, they share with you. Boom, 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 boom. And the faster the collective goes, boom, 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 until we become that unstoppable object, that unstoppable force that we truly are. And that force is what is necessary right now in harmonizing all the different frequencies here. All right. Shake it. Dun, dun, dun. All right. The force, man. The force. You can feel it through your hands and your feet. Mind you, with your pinky toes too. Keep it going. Pinky toe, earth. Index toe, water. Fire finger. Everyone knows what the fire finger is. The middle finger. Wind. Intent. Same thing with your feet. Okay. Here's where the energy shoots out, right from your bone marrow of your hands, where you're doing energy manipulation. Same thing here. Right here, shoots out. Okay. Some of you guys are getting the sensations in your calves and your feet, and what is that? The feet and the lower halves of your body, in many ways, the bottoms from, say, the knees down, your calves and your feet are sometimes the last things to be unlocked, because truth is, a little tip for you, you wanted to start doing your gliding, your levitation, certain other things of motion, last thing to be unlocked is your feet. Okay? Understand this. Sitting in your yoga pose, yoga meditation pose, whatever that might be, sitting full lotus, fantastic. There's also different flavors to do that, and there's also different flavors of motion. I prefer to be in motion when I do some of these things because I think it's cool. But definitely, if you can levitate just sitting up, that's awesome. Props to you. Props to you. We're all working on that. Right? We got to get some Tibetan masters out there, right? All right. So, with the Shaman's Journey and what we're doing, to understand that flavor, to understand that experience, and to represent what this third eye experience is. Okay, your pineal gland, your door to the universe, your door to your inner self, that inner peace, that inner fire that sees through the veil as it is, as you're projecting into this holographic matrix, as your energy is projected holographically into this suit, into this physical form. As you are zip filed into this consciousness, there's some really cool things you might want to know. Here we go. When you zip file someone from the future into the past, what happens? Or when you send somebody faster than the speed of light, back in time. Well, you can't send them, or it's very difficult to send them, I should say, in their physical form as they are. So what do? You zip file them in different functional waves, bandwidths. You incarnate them on a foreign planet, okay? And then throughout that being growing and being able to hold a higher frequency, every 7 years your cells change. Here comes more information, here comes more information, here comes more information, here comes more information. Those zip files are sent to you, boom, 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 hence your downloads, okay? This is my experience of trying to explain how you can be in multiple places simultaneously throughout time and space. All right, so the consciousness, as you raise your frequency, understand that some of those download packets, right? You have to have the vessel at a certain frequency to be able to download and consciously upgrade the suit. Hence, if the system operating software has been upgraded, it takes a while for the hardware to catch up. What governs that? The frequency of your suit, the frequency of your flesh, the frequency of your being governs that. Okay. And why when you get downloads sometimes, where there might be some static or some physical result, you start shaking, or you have some weird, an old memory pops in your head or whatnot. Check this out. This is what this is. If you have old karmic or old negative memory thought forms inside of your mind space, okay, what happens is when they're trying to upload the new high frequency awesomeness, right, into your consciousness, that stuff has to be cleared. Because this and this doesn't mix together. You can't have a level 5 software program running in a level 3. You can't have a Blu-ray player. Okay, you can't take a Blu-ray disc and put it inside a VCR. It will never work. On these discs, is there both video and audio? Yes, there's video and audio and information on both of these templates, these hardware forms. But you cannot put a Blu-ray disc inside of a VCR. And you cannot put a VCR tape, VHS tape, inside of a Blu-ray. They are uncompatible. So to understand in your own understanding why you might get a download and then have to clear, because the new information of who you are and what you're supposed to do, right, and as the collective is being upgraded, okay, to understand that some of the other stuff, the older thought forms and beliefs, have to be cleared. Okay, little tip for you there to try to understand why sometimes you guys get a download and you might feel a little weird afterwards, or what that assimilation is. We're ripping today. What you want to do? Jump back from a long ways into the future. Hey! It's cool being here. It's fantastic, let me tell you. Can't wait to have a party at my house when this whole thing's done. I've already invited you guys. There's a party list. VIPs, VIBs, very important beings. Just want you guys to know that. On the upper levels, we're all very, 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 very proud of you guys, and to understand that in undertaking such a momentous event for our universe, for our galaxy, kudos to you, blessings to you, and appreciation to you.